Okay guys, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make your audio sound better, richer, cleaner and smoother using Audacity. In fact, I'm going to show you what I do to get this rich sound you hear when you are watching my YouTube videos. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Okay, so in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make your audio sound richer and cleaner, sound better, way better using Audacity. Now I'm going to do this by showing you exactly what I do. That's my workflow, what I do to get that rich and clean sound you hear when you watch my YouTube videos. This is exactly what I do. If you already have an audio file you want to work with, all you need to do is just go to file and you import the audio file. Okay, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to record something random that we're going to work with. So I'm just going to go ahead now and hit record and say something random. We work with that. All right. Dr. Gary Chapman, the author of the book, The 5 Love Languages, after 30 years of marriage counseling, came to the conclusion that people express emotional love in 5 ways. Okay, so that's our recording right there we're going to work with. If you noticed, okay, so what is going to happen? I'm going to leave this. I'm going to duplicate this. Yes, duplicate, Control D, duplicate. So we have 2 of it. Then I'm going to just mute out this one and leave it. So we're not touching this. We're not working with this one. So we work with this other one now so that we can compare what it sounded like before the editing and then what it sounded like after the editing. So that's why I'm going to just keep that and then we do all the editing on this one. Typically, the first thing I do is to do noise reduction. I tell Audacity what the noise is. That is why I left some, a few seconds before I started talking. So I'm going to use these few seconds to tell Audacity, this is the noise. This is the background noise. You have selected the background noise. You go to effects and then you click on noise reduction. You get noise profile. So getting noise profile means you've told Audacity that's what the noise is. Now you highlight the whole of the clip. You go back to noise reduction. And click OK. But before then, you might want to check out the settings I have. In the previous video, the video where I talked about how to remove background noise, I used a different settings from this. I discovered that this was way better, so I'm going to use this. So you might want to check these settings out. The noise reduction 20, sensitivity 6, and the frequency smoothing band 4. You go ahead and click OK. Now clicking OK is going to reduce. Even just looking at it, you can see that the line before the voice starts is now very thin. It means that the background noise has gone. Let's even listen to it. Dr. Gary Chapman, the author of the book. Awesome. So the next thing I do typically is to throw in a normalization. To normalize means to tell Audacity I don't want this audio to be louder than this frequency. But before I do that, just looking at the audio, I can see that some parts are very loud while some parts are very low. So those parts that are extremely loud, I'm going to reduce the loudness. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to highlight this part now that is loud, go to Effects, Amplify, and then go to minus 3 decibels. Okay, you notice that's reduced. So I'm going to highlight the next one. Control arrow, repeat it, repeat the effects. Highlight, Control arrow, awesome. Highlight, Control R. I'm going to do the same for these other parts that are extremely loud. The reason I'm doing this is if I don't do this and I throw in the normalization or the compression, it's not going to work because it's not going to give me the result I want because some parts are extremely louder than some parts. So I want to make sure that it's a little bit even before I throw in my effects. Okay. Now this is much better. Okay, let me go one more. Okay. I like to do this manually. Okay, you may be wondering, okay, if my audio is 1 hour long, do I have to do this? You do not have to do this. You just use the compressor tool to do that for you. But I like to do it because this recording is small, and then so for educational purposes, so you understand what's going on. All right, now that I've done this, the next thing I want to do is I want to normalize. I want to tell Audacity that I do not want this normalize. Good. I want to tell Audacity I do not want this recording to go louder than 0 decibels. I want to normalize it to the amplitude rather to 0 decibels. I click on OK. You see what happens? The waveform has become wider. All right. Now, and some parts of it are also peaking. So again, I'll just manually go in and just try to reduce some of the parts that are peaking. Okay, like here. Okay, again, like I said, you don't have to do this, but this is exactly what I do. This is how I get the sounds that you listen to. Okay. Okay, you see, I'm not doing it on all the whole waveform. I'm just selecting those parts that are extremely loud. Okay. All right, one more. Okay, good. Now with this, all right, next thing I do is to throw in a compressor. I want to compress means I want to take those parts that are extremely loud, bring it down, and those parts that are extremely low, bring it up. So that's what the compressor does. So let's compress. Now you might want to look at my settings. The threshold minus 20 decibels, the noise floor minus 45, the ratio 3:1, attack time 0.1 seconds, release time 2 seconds. You might want to take down these settings and use it, or you want to play around it a little until you are satisfied with your results. So I just go ahead and click OK. Now you notice that the waveform has shrinked. It's now low. The volume has dropped down the volume. Dr. Gary Chapman. But that's fine because we are going to fix it shortly. So the next thing I'm going to do now, again, I'm going to normalize. Again, throw in another normalization, but this time around, I'm going to drop the normalization to minus 2 decibel. Okay, awesome. And then this intro part of it seems to be a little low, so I'm just going to manually take that up, amplify that by, say, 2 decibels. Okay, all right, awesome. Okay, so now I want to put in an equalizer. Equalizer means I want to work on the frequency levels. Okay, so let me start with the treble boost. The treble boost, I want to boost the lighter part of it and make it lighter. And these 2 lights. Okay, you'll see some parts will start peaking. Don't worry, we'll fix that shortly. And then go back again to equalization. Now let me boost the bass or the bass boost. Okay, the lower end of the frequency, take it up a little. Awesome. Let's have a listen. It's going to be sounding deeper and richer now. Dr. Gary Chapman, the author of the book, The 5 Love Languages. Awesome. Now those parts that are peaking, the treble parts, let me just quickly bring them down. Okay, amplify, minus 3. There is no rule to this. You just do it just do what you want until you are satisfied with the results. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm just pressing Ctrl R. Ctrl R means I'm repeating the last effect that I added to it. Okay, it makes my workflow faster. All right. Okay, so this is it. I think there's one part speaking here. All right, so have a listen. Dr. Gary Chapman, the author of the book, Awesome. So I'm going to increase the volume on the whole recording. Just go to effect, amplify 1. All right. Okay. I think some parts are still too loud. Let me see. Like this part is too loud. Now I'm going to tell you why I'm doing this. If you play the recording, let me play the recording and watch Dr. Gary Chapman, the author of the book, The 5 Love Languages. After 30 years of marriage counseling, came to the conclusion that people express emotional love. That's why I'm doing that. I don't want it to be too loud so that whoever is listening to it don't feel uncomfortable listening to the audio for your interview, your podcast, or whatever it is that your audio file is. Okay, now we are almost there. Let me throw in one last effect. Bass and treble. Oh, sorry about that. I mistakenly touched this. Okay, bass and treble to okay, all right. All right. Finally, I'm going to add in a little echo. You may not have to do this. You don't have to do this. But this is what I do. This is how I get that sound. The delay time, 0.12 seconds. Decay factor, 0.1. Apply. Awesome. Let's listen. Dr. Gary Chapman. One last time, I'm going to reduce noise reduction. I'm going to do noise reduction one more time. Tell Audacity this is what the noise is. Noise reduction. Get noise profile. Highlight the whole clip and then repeat noise reduction. Awesome. So let's have a listen now. See, no noise. Dr. Gary Chapman, no noise. The noise has reduced drastically and the audio is sounding cleaner. Now let's listen to what it was before we did the edit. Let's mute this and listen to the original recording. You are going to hear a lot of background noise now. Let's listen. You hear the noise? Dr. Gary Chapman, the author of the book, The 5 Love Languages, after 30 years of marriage counseling, came to the conclusion that people express emotional love in 5 ways. Now let's listen to the one that we've done. Dr. Gary Chapman. No noise. You see it? Dr. Gary Chapman, the author of the book, The 5 Love Languages, after 30 years of marriage counseling, came to the conclusion that people express emotional love in 5 ways. Awesome. So that's it, guys. That's how I get this rich and clean sound I use for my video tutorials. You don't have to do exactly what I've done. You can throw in an extra normalize. You can throw in an extra compressor. You can throw in an extra equalization. You just do what you want to do, but you're listening. The idea is to pay attention with your ears. You see, if you're going to build a very good career in audio editing, you are going to train your ears to listen to sound, listen to frequency levels and all of that to know how to play around it. And that's it, guys. That's exactly what I do to give me that rich sound. And you've listened to it. You've seen the difference. This sounds a lot better than what it was before we applied all of these effects. So you play around it and let's see what you get. All right. So that's it, guys. Simple and easy. I hope you followed. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you did, please let me know in the comment section. If you had any challenges, if you have any questions, also put it down in the comment section. I'm going to go through and then I'll see how I can reach out to you personally to help you out with your challenges. If you like this video, hit the like button so that the YouTube algorithm knows that the video is valuable, is profitable to you, and will show it to more people. Also, you can share on your social media platforms so that your friends who are interested in learning the basics of audio editing can come and learn. You know, it's free. And then don't forget to subscribe. If you are new on this channel, you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video tutorial. All right, so that's it, guys. I'll see you in the next tutorial. Cheers.